It is Thursday. Man, I almost said Tuesday. That's not correct. It is Thursday, November 20th, 2025. Welcome in to another episode of Armchair Analysis. Today, we've got a game preview for you. Pittsburgh and Georgia Tech. It's going to be an ACC elimination game, or at least that's what the expectation of this one is. Very excited to cover this one, talk about it a little bit, what we expect to happen. That's all we got today. It's a pretty quick Thursday show. Tomorrow we'll be back, take 10. We'll get you a little injury update and some other news. We'll recap some of the weekday games to that point, and have a pretty solid show tomorrow. But make sure you stick around today. If you're new around here, please like, subscribe, comment down below. Let us know what you guys think of everything we'll talk about today, which, again, everything is just one game. Pitt and Georgia Tech. So with all that said, let's go ahead and pull it up. This is a big game Saturday night in Atlanta, Georgia. This game will determine the fate of two teams, I think, and their hopes to make the ACC title game. Georgia Tech, of course, 9-1, 6-1 in conference play, suffered their first loss to NC State just a couple weeks ago. As for Pitt, they are 7-3, 5-1. Their only conference losses to Louisville. Their other losses have come out of conference to Notre Dame and West Virginia. Pitt's really looking to keep themselves in the conversation here for cultural playoff, and it's still on the table for them. They got to beat Georgia Tech, they'll beat Miami, and then they'll win the ACC title game to make that happen. But it's still on the table for them. This game's very interesting to me. Georgia Tech comes in as 2.5-point favorites at home against this Pitt team with an over/under sitting at 62.5. I think it's pretty fair. I think this is going to be a high-scoring game. You know, you look at these two teams, and the strengths of them both are the offenses, and specifically what they can do, what each of them do together. Georgia Tech specifically likes to get the ball in space and make plays happen that way, whereas Pitt likes to throw the ball around, and it's not something they typically do, but they've really gotten good at it. They're comfortable with their quarterback Mason Henschel, and things have certainly turned in favor for them. Last week was the first struggle we saw from him, but this week they get a team that allows a lot of yards through the air. They allow a lot of yards, period. This Georgia Tech defense is certainly one that you can have a get-right game against. You look at this whole thing, the story for me is Pitt containing the Georgia Tech run game. If they can keep Haynes King in check, if they can keep Jamal Haynes in check, keep this Georgia Tech offense, on the field for short periods of time, get them off the field in times that matter, they're going to be able to win this game, and they're probably going to run away with it. I think Pitt is at a clear advantage in this game. A lot of people are going to sit back and point to last week's game against Notre Dame, but this is not the same type of game you're going to be watching. This is going to be a high-scoring game and one where you got to keep up whose defense makes the most stops, and I think Pitt certainly has favor in that one. They call their defense the Sharks, and specifically talking about that linebacker room, Rasheem Biles and Kyle Lewis have been very good this season, but even the true freshmen, or the freshmen, I should say, I don't believe they're both true freshmen, but the freshmen that are behind those two have played really well in their own rights at the position this year. This thing for Pitt really comes down to converting third downs. The teams that have succeeded the most against Georgia Tech have converted third down plays. Georgia Tech's allowed 41% conversions on third down. They have to get off the field. If you're Pitt, you just stay on the field because they convert at a 33% rate. It's a pretty solid number. Georgia Tech, the other thing is to stay even in the turnover battle. It's a team that is -4 currently in the turnover differential department. And it's simply just because they're not forcing enough. They're doing well offensively, and they're not turning the ball over very often. But they are not forcing enough turnovers to keep up with it. If you can say even, I think you're in a good spot. When you look at these teams and what they can do altogether, it's two teams that really want to get their playmakers in space and make things happen. And I'm pretty excited to see the whole matchup play out. Georgia Tech trying to make Pitt guys miss. Pitt being one of the more consistent tackling teams. Can they make the plays? This game feels really cut and dry to me. That's why I don't really feel like I have a lot to say. I keep going back and reverting to the same points. I think Pitt gets back on track offensively. This is a team that you want to play if you want to get on track on offense. And I think Georgia Tech's gonna have their moments of struggle in this game. Again, Georgia Tech a 2.5-point favorite. Over under sits at 62.5. This video is going to be really quick, but I'm taking Pitt to win this game 42-34. I think this Pitt offense is able to do just enough to win this game. I think it might take an overtime or two, but I could see this thing being a very close game that Pitt's able to pull out. It would put them in an interesting spot because it could be a winner-take-all game to go to Charlotte with their game against Miami next week. So sets up another potential preview here on this channel for the Pitt Panthers. So with that said, I know it's a short video. Appreciate y'all for tuning in. Hope y'all have a great rest of your day. Make sure you tune in tomorrow. We got a lot more. We got a lot of news. We'll talk injury reports. We'll talk Take 10, our betting preview for the weekend that we always do on Fridays. We'll get those previewed or all that stuff in there. We've already got one on this list, which was the Missouri plus 7.5. That's already one of our Take 10 picks. We'll have 9 more for you tomorrow. So make sure you tune in then. Again, if you're new around here, we do live shows Saturday, Sunday, 10 a.m. Eastern Time. We're live previewing everything on Saturday, and then on Sunday we come back to talk about everything we saw on Saturday. It's a really fun time. Me and my good buddy BJ, we're always here on those 2 days. So make sure you stick around. Again, if you're new, please leave a like, subscribe, comment down below. Let us know who you're taking in this game. Again, a game that could potentially determine ACC championship fates for both of these teams. Appreciate y'all so much. Hope you have a good rest of your day again, and we'll see you tomorrow with another episode of Armchair Analysis.